Hey guys, so the most effective two components of ministering to others is prayer and relationships. Now, you have obviously been asked to build relationships with students, and we'll get back to that later. But let me ask you this. When was the last time you prayed for one of the students in your group? When was the last time you prayed for one of the students in your group? How often do you pray for them? What do you even pray about for them? Now, for some of you, you probably were flooded with answers to this question, and others of you, you probably didn't even think about it. And that's okay. If we want to see the lives of the students in your group changed, it has to start with prayer. And I'm speaking to myself when I say that we need to be praying every day for the students in our group if we want to make an impact in their faith journey. And I say that for three reasons. First is that God answers prayer. I mean, I believe that it is not our job, but the Spirit's job to change students. Our job is that we get to help students recognize God at work in their life. And so when we pray for the student, we are sharing with God our heart and recognizing that it is not our job, but it is His to impact their life. And God will answer your prayers. God answers prayers. Learn that lesson. It is so great that God answers our prayers. So be praying for them because God will answer that. Second reason is that praying changes our hearts. Okay, so you'll notice that when you start praying for specific students, your next encounter with them is going to feel a little different. I mean, instead of them just being part of this group, your heart is now connected with them on a more personal way. And you'll find a passion and a desire for wanting to engage with them on a deeper level. Not because Mikey wants you to, but because your heart wants you to. And then thirdly, it reminds us of why we're volunteering, okay? It's easy to become stuck in our routines of life, that leading a small group will begin to look like showing up on a Wednesday night, doing your spiel, and then disengaging from students until the next Wednesday. And I'll talk at a later training specifically about engaging with students throughout the week. But when we intentionally are praying for students every day, it reminds us that our ministry and the relationships with them is bigger than just a Wednesday night. Okay? That throughout the week, we still have and should have an impact in their life. So what does that look like? What does it look like to pray for students every day? So I'm going to give a challenge to all of our leaders that I believe will actually impact your own spiritual walk. And that is this. I challenge you every day, whether it's in the morning before you head off to do your daily routines, or in the evening if you're if you're a night owl like me, to every day pick one student from your group that you want to pray for. Okay, maybe it's something you lay in your heart. Maybe you look at the list and you go down the list and you're going to be intentional about praying for everyone in your group. But you're going to pick one student from your group that you want to pray for. And then spend time praying for that youth. Pray about the things you know that are going on in the student's life, whether it's tests or maybe family problems, or maybe it's upcoming events like having to find a school they're moving to. So pick one student and pray about the things you know that's going on in their life. Then pray about your own hopes and dreams for the student. Maybe you're having some conversations with them about their own spiritual walk, and so lift that up to the Lord. Pray about where they're going next, and that you pray that if they're going off to college, Lord, I pray that you would help them get connected to where they're at. So I encourage you to pray about your own hopes and dreams for them. And then finally, pray that your relationship with them will continue to grow and bear fruit. Maybe you don't have a relationship with a student, and so you're just praying for God to allow this relationship to start somewhere. Or maybe you've got this deep level with them already, and they're sharing with you, and that you pray that this will continue to grow and bear fruit. So I encourage you to pray for the student every day, and then after you have prayed for them, let's share in this experience together. So I've created a Facebook group for our leaders, and I'm sorry for the two people who are not on Facebook. But in this group, after you have prayed for your student, jump onto this group quick, and then just share or post the name of that student that you prayed for. And I say that because this is a good reminder for all of us that, oh yeah, I got to make sure I do that today when they see somebody is posting these names. And likewise, it allows us to pay attention to which students are being left out that we should start praying for. So I challenge you to start praying every day for a student. and let your heart begin to be changed as we invite God to work in the lives of our group. So thank you guys all for all you are doing in the lives of our students, and we'll see you on Facebook.